Hello, greetings to everyone. Today we bring to you another amazing topic that concerns each and every one of us, especially for those who want to move forward. Move forward from where you are in your life, in your finances, in your academics, in your career, even in your mindsets. That is moving forward. In order for us to move forward, we need to talk about this a little bit. And the topic is simply let your fear of making mistake not stop you from moving forward. Let your fear of making mistakes not stop you from moving forward. Ah, let's ask ourselves, do you think in any time in your life your fear of making a mistake stop you from doing something? Or better still, do you think your fear of making a mistake is stopping you now from doing something great? Yeah, that's a good question. Because sometimes we may be chained by just a fear of not feeling like getting it perfect, not making the same mistake I did last year or 2 years ago. Yeah, I don't know this thing. It's my first time. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want to do. So just that fear alone sometimes kills dreams, destinies, more than not having the resources, not having the connections. Just that fear alone. Because sometimes, yes, you may not have the resources, but your determination will link you up with someone who have the resources. Your mindset will link you up with someone who can help. But if you're like, what if this person turns me down? What if the same thing happen? You won't move. So definitely let your fear not even control you negatively. Yes, it's normal as human beings that once you fail something the first time, some fear is being developed in us. It's natural. It's also natural that once you've not done something, you have some doubts. It's okay. So we are not saying that don't doubt on the you're not supposed to doubt anything. No. We are just saying that yes, in when those doubts are there, yes, once we have those doubts, those fears, those questions, we can use them positively. And if we don't, unfortunately, the doubts will use us and it's not positively, they will use us negatively, and this will be like a limitation. They will use us to block those barriers to like as barriers for us to move forward. So definitely we don't want blockers, or we don't want to be our own limitations. We don't want our fears to stand as limitations, but we want to always ask ourselves, why do I have this doubt? Is it because I don't know something? Can I learn this? Can I do something about it? So in the presence of doubt, in the presence of fears, we also have opportunities which we can always make use of. And that is the positive, and the best way forward is to take the positive lessons, the skills, and always we also have these preventive measures like precautions. Because you failed, you did something wrongly the first time, you already identified that that's a wrong way of doing it, and that is something you should not do if you want a good result. That's a preventive measure. That is very important. That's a precaution to take. So each time you want to do that thing better, at least you already have a manual to follow, that okay, I'm not going to do this, but I'm going to do it this other way. I'm also going to make sure this and this is in order. So that is very important. We all can make use of those skills, those lessons, and have better results. Let our fear of failing not stop us from starting something new, something great, something powerful. Not even stop us from doing those things that we did yesterday in a better way today, or in a better way tomorrow. So we all have the opportunities to take lessons from a mistake. There's no superhuman without mistake, and sometimes give yourself some grace, because sometimes mostly in this world and in this generation where bullying is just like allowed, violence is like the main thing some people used to consider themselves, like you inflict pain on others and want to be at peace. It's unfortunate, but that is a generation, so people find it difficult to speak out. So you think, okay, your mistake that I did is so bad, I cannot move on. It's a choice to move on. or to remain at that same spot. If you try to turn your head, if you're walking on the road, try to put your head, or you're driving, just imagine you turning your head to the back for 10 minutes. What happened? You're going to have an accident if you're driving. 10 minutes your head is totally in the back and you want to drive forward. That is the same when you're moving. So just always have that picture when you want to analyze things. Yeah, those mistakes were things that were done in the past. You want to move forward. You don't want to stay in the past. So the way to move forward is to look what is ahead. There's no way you focus on what is behind and your head is fixed on it. So don't cling too much. If we cling too much on our past, on our mistakes, it becomes so difficult for us to drive forward, to move forward. Yes, those mistakes, we can always get those skills and move on. And yes, we can also analyze what exactly happened, what exactly we did wrong, and do our best not to repeat them. And secondly, also identify the correction steps to take, or the way forward. In other words, what do I need to do? So the main question is not always what I did, why did I do that, like remaining there to judge yourself, to condemn yourself. No, you can ask those same questions to identify the way forward. Yes, so each time you make a mistake, the important thing is to get the license, get the skills, and look for ways to move forward. Yes, also we may be doing the same, repeating the same mistakes if we don't identify the right correction steps, the right steps to take in order to move forward. We may be creating new mistakes. So you want to also be very intentional and about the steps you're taking, that the steps are the best. And also giving yourself room that you're not a perfect human being. You can still make mistakes and still make more mistakes. So you can always just identify and take those times to like evaluate like what you've done, what have been the results, what have been the challenges, what can I do. That is important. Yes, taking those maybe many days to always do those things and not just keep moving will also help you to maybe identify some mistakes that you may have not even identified today. That sometimes you're doing some mistakes and we ourselves don't notice them as mistakes. We need other people to tell us that, oh, this thing you're doing may not be the best, or may not be the best time, or may not be the best way you're doing. You're doing something right, but not in the right, or not in the right way. So it's also important we're also open to corrections and keeping our minds forward, looking forward, like we want to go ahead. That's an important thing, because the more everything we do starts from the brain. So the more you say, oh, I can't move, you won't move. Normally, if you say any time, the more you exercise any part of your body, the more flexible it becomes. The more you exercise your mind, the more flexible it becomes. If you say, I don't even want to think about it, I don't even want to analyze anything, I don't even want to hear anything, even if they tell the truth, you won't hear. So if we want to definitely move forward, because I know in 2023 everybody's praying for good things, better things, but we all have a part to play. You can be somebody's prayer point, by the way. You have a part to play so that you can move forward and others also can move forward, because you can be the reason why some people are stagnant, because they depend on you. And because you've decided not to move forward, those people, no matter the amount of energy they put in, resources they put in, nothing is happening. So you moving forward gives space for others to move. So life is like that. Let your mistake not keep you on that same spot, because even if you don't want to move, remember those behind you, those looking up to you want to definitely move, right? If you're not moving, just put in mind you're keeping thousands of people. So this also is like a call, like don't be too hard on yourself. Don't feel like, oh,